leading up to the next game, he'll need a bunch of those down the stretch in order to win the award.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And his first look is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And
the highest yards per attempt of his career, and he scored 4 touchdowns in December as the Chiefs.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run with White. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all offseason about our season open opponent.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
It's hard to know who exactly to feature when you do a Patriots game, but in this case, we're going with James White, the running back out of Wisconsin. Highest receiving and rushing totals in 2018, just under 1,200 yards. Remember a few seasons ago against Atlanta in the Super Bowl? He had an MVP-esque performance.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job is to stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Brady going to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Check 50. Let me go.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. And Hill running right through it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from chilly Philadelphia. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes is going to fire one. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, 48 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here, and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Yellow. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darren Lee coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start right here in Florida. The LA Chargers flying east to take on Jacksonville. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in that one. The Chargers with a chance to up their record to 11-1 and get a leg up on the number 1 seed heading into the final month. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Oakland. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. 2 touchdown passes there for Marcus Mariota. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. 28-14 was your final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Running out of the gun with White. And an alley to run. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard. You don't have a combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good footwork on the spin. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And Hill with it over the middle. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gostkowski for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go. Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it,
now blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Open space inside the 10, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Brady. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady. He's got Lacoste over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. One final try now for Brady. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it as a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for Kansas City, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. You have a big decision.